Okay, so now we're going to be looking at a what is this? Spirit Breaker? Yeah. All right, we'll be looking at a Spirit Breaker replay. This was submitted by Canterbury, this person here, and his comment is, So he played Spirit Breaker Bounty Hunter Roaming, and so he thinks he started. Okay, so the game started well, and then it fell off after that, I guess. Okay, that's fine. So, and you're picking Spirit Breaker as a hero that is incredibly RNG dependent on your ability, obviously. Like how strong you will be is very random. But in general, it's a hero that is able to shut down people through BKB, who does a lot of damage early if you can snowball with him. He's the tankiest hero in the game. He has the highest like armor and starting health in the game, like combination kind of like that. At level 1. So, in general, there's like you can literally go any skill build on Spirit Breaker and it's fine, as long as you're not leveling stats, I think. But in general, you want to be going like first and third, and then getting your second spell like after later. You want to be able to snowball. Spirit Breaker is a good first pick because it doesn't give away much to the enemy. I'm not sure why Eldshine's here. Bloodseeker is just a meta hero. Undying is just a meta hero. Necro's not particularly good against these heroes, but whatever. Going down to last pick. Who's your mid hero? What the hell? Bloodseeker? Or... Yeah, I guess Bloodseeker mid, and then... What? Is Eldertine carry with Crystal and bot? Okay, that's weird. Okay,
Prepare for battle.
So you spawn, you get your boots. Once again, you don't have a ward, so you don't need to run. Like, you can do it the same. It's exactly the same as last game. You can run over here, and then wait for them to see you, and then back off, so that they think you warded, and then they might waste a sentry or something like that. Your bounty hunter should be just using his ward because he got here really fast. He should have got. Like, if he was going to buy the ward, you should buy the ward, give it to you, and then you run down and place the ward since you have boots. But in general, in offlane, like, you can just buy the ward for yourself if your support's not giving it to you. Why don't you place this ward? That's... I mean, it blocks the camp, but in general, you want either this ward, but this ward is countered a lot, or, like, you want this ward, or you want, like, this ward. One of those three. Boots first, I think it's fine. I mean, Scarlet hits you a lot.
Denied.
I think... I would have rather shield and stick though. Would be better. Wait, there's sentries? Oh no, I thought these were sentries. He has no. What? He's not using first spell. This is weird. All right. So you take advantage of his lack of regen, very good, and you live through it, very good. Bounty Hunter should not be fighting here. Oh, the turnaround. Okay, I should start speeding a bit. So you take advantage of the fact that this guy is super squishy and has no regen, very good. Then you turn onto the Spectre and you back off once he stops hitting you. You wait for your cooldowns to come back. Bounty Hunter, I would have actually backed up here, because Spectre's stronger than you here, and then. But no, you get your Shadow Walk and you hit him after the bash. You get the bash after your charge, so that's very lucky. Okay, so your bash has a 1 in 6 chance. That's what this means. 17% is 1 in 6, so keep that in mind. If you're gonna hit someone 6 times, you're gonna bash once, roughly. Obviously you can hit them twice and bash twice and stuff like that, like RNG dependent. But like that's your reliable like bash basically. Another way of thinking about it is like you'll get first hit bash like 1 in 6 times or something like that. For example, like when you charge and then you hit them and then you ulti, and they hit them, like your bash might proc. You want to get your levels on Spirit Breaker really early, kind of like the Magnus. You want to get your 6 and then go do things. Or you can do things way earlier. For example, in this case, you should just be going back to base. Oh, you're firing? Okay, when you're firing, it's okay, but you're not. Okay, that's a good tread toggle so that you make the most out of your regen. In general, if you don't have mana to do something, you should just leave. Like, leave the lane. You only have the one spell, and you have your intel boots, so that's good enough. So you charge mid, very good. Bloodseeker should be like manning up on this invoker, like way earlier. Did you dive here? You do dive here. You share Sunstrike damage, that's very good. Alright, nice dive, nice dive, very good. You get top marine, that's good. You should just go back to base at this point. Like, you need 100 mana. I don't know, you can intel treads and charge again. I think it's not that bad. Like, you've got Crystal Maiden, that's what changes it. That's why I've been getting it wrong so much. You should be getting Urn first. That looks like an Urn item. Very good. Alright, so fast forwarding through this. So you go back to base. I don't think you need a TP here. I mean, you kind of need a TP because Bounty Hunter should have been in the lane, but since he wasn't. Alright. Very nice kill onto Skywrath, very easy. I think you can just charge from base, like, and you would have got there at like roughly the same time. Because you TP'd and then you just waited. And you only got like 1 creepy XP out of that. You could have saved a lot of gold. So now you have your urn, which is very good. You should just buy your urn now. Yep, good. Keep pressuring their team. Like, Spectre has no boots, you can just hit him repeatedly, and you can kite him very easily because he has no boots. So you cancel this charge because he's up here. See, the problem here is that you left the offlane. Either you or Bounty Hunter has to be in your offlane. This early, you don't just give them free farm. Like, no matter how much you shut them down, they're gonna farm it back if you just leave the lane. Never give your enemy a free lane. Oh, that's... yeah, okay, in general, you don't want to try to fight an Undying early on. This hero is the strongest hero in the game, like between levels 1 to 5. I know he's 6. So, you want to be really careful about that. Alright, Bloodseeker cleans up, that's good. Good rotations by him. But in general, your charge was really bad. Like, you charged into a Tombstone, into the Undying, you died, I think Crystal Maiden died as well, stuff like that. You want, like, this whole time, the Spectre was just farming. Like, notice here, you're in the lane, Spectre can't farm. Like, if you're here, Spectre won't farm, because you can just hit him, like, over and over again, and he will get hurt very badly. So you want to be able to absorb your farm. You want to try to pot shot him every now and then, and whenever you get a bash, you can hit him again. But in general, yeah, you just want to absorb your levels. Charge whenever you see an opportunity. Make sure someone's always in your offlane, though. You want to, like, it's a third of your team's farm at this point. Is whoever's like offlaning, basically. Good charge here. Very nice, very nice. You get urn charges here. That's very important. Urn helps you kill very easily early in the game. So you get the charge here. There should be another kill. You earn him straight away. Oh, I mean you didn't need the urn. Wow. I mean yeah, sure. Okay, that's okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. So I think I'll go through this. When you use urn, toggle your treads to like intel or agi to get a little bit more health out of it. Good cancel there. You realize that there was a lot of people there. I mean, they were all hitting creeps, so you didn't finish the charge. That's good. The tombstone, they're gonna get the tower. Like, this is something you should just accept. You should focus on trying to get this tower. Like, tell your team to get this tower, and you should be running bot with your bounty hunter and killing the Spectre whenever you can. This hero is so weak early. He has 700 health. Like, that's nothing. Absolutely nothing compared. Like, if you look at your health, like, okay, you died. Let's see how you died. I don't know how you died. Yeah, I thought you would have just backed up, but I guess you went in. So you went in here into 4 heroes. Like, that's suicidal. Like, you may have expected your team to do something with you there, but that's really bad. And since you're a high net worth hero, the enemy team actually gets more out of your death. So you have to be wary about that, especially when you're snowballing early. So you were set up to snowball, but you cut your snowball short when you fed mid instead of contesting the Spectre early on, like right now. Alright, Bounty Hunter should just like hit him, track, invis again. Very good. That's very simple. Put pressure on the Spectre. Force his team to be behind him. Now that his team's behind him, like, Undying is doing what Undying is supposed to do. He's just, like, rotating around and tombstoning down towers. That's the Undying strategy, right? Very simple. You should tell your team to just focus on... No, you don't TP here. You don't TP here. Your team can't defend this. Your team, like... He'll just tombstone tower and your team can't do anything about it.
Under attack.
Like, your Bloodseeker is doing the right thing. He should just be hitting towers, hitting creeps so that, like, he should be here and cutting the wave and hitting creeps here while your creeps are hitting the tower. You don't defend against a Undying without everyone if you can't take the fight. Like, you just got picked off and then this guy TP'd, so he doesn't even get this tower. Like, he doesn't do as much damage. So that's Bloodseeker's mistake. But your mistake for showing up and getting baited. That's... Is this 1x1 strat? Yeah, this is a 1x1 strat. Don't do this. Bad buyback. Don't buy back like this. You can't do anything in these situations. This tower's gonna go down. Look how low the health is. And you already lost the fight. Your Bloodseeker's not up. Your Bounty Hunter's not up. You can't do anything here. I mean, you got this Necro, but the thing is, looking at this Necro, he was gonna die to everyone else there anyway.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I don't know. I feel like you're not being efficient after your snowball. Yes, you started very well, and you could have snowballed off that, but you cut it short when you died mid, and then dying again here. You should just give these towers to the Undying. Like, if the enemy is using their whole team to get your tower, you should be fine with that. You should just be getting, like, your other stuff. Like, this tower should be gone, this tower should be gone. Like, your team should be farming your jungle, while the enemy team is pushing bot. But instead, you guys tried to fight and then you fed instead, which is the worst thing you can do, obviously. When the enemy is 5-manning. Like, if the enemy is 5-manning and you're not fighting, you're gonna win from farm. Like, they're only taking towers. These towers are temporary anyway. Don't even worry. Like, they can take these towers, your team will farm more. And then later on, you can take their towers and have that extra gold as well.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Alright. Whoa, nice snowball. Hold on. I need to go back through this. I know I'm going through this a bit faster than normal. Like, I should be going through it at normal speed, but I'm going through this a little bit faster because it's very obvious what's happening. So you get this snow...
Dire's
Okay, so they push in through mid. They don't have tombstone, and this guy's really low. That's bad. Very nice stomp from the Elder Titan, so this brings the snowball. Good rupture onto the Invoker, good targeting. You get the shuriken onto this. This is a lot of track kills, holy crap. I mean, this is well played. This is them overextending because Undying had nothing left. This guy had like this much health and like this much mana, so that was very bad by their team. Good capitalization. So your team's back into it. You guys are probably leading by a bit now. Yep, you're leading by a bit. Very good.
bottom tower is under attack.
You're going Shadowblade next. Shadowblade is good. If you're snowballing, your Shadowblade with your urn can pretty much like... You can just use charge ulti urn on most people and kill them with your Shadowblade. It's very good. Very, very strong. That was a decent charge to like draw their attention, if that was your intention, but I mean, whatever. Now they're pushing up mid. Wait, again? Okay. Yeah, so now they have Tombstone and they have mana, so they're gonna win the fight. Your team has to identify that you were only stronger there because you picked up Undying right at the start, and then you got the rundown kills, like the one-shots. The Rupture onto Invoker. Respect Undying, guys. Respect Spectre, guys. Oh, so you went Vanguard first. Yeah, that's fine. He's 5-manning. Usually you want to get your Radiance early. Like, he could have his Relic right now, but I think that's okay in this kind of game. Because Spectre plans on fighting a lot, so Vanguard early is better than the, like, half a Relic, because half the Relic is just gold, and gold doesn't do anything for you. So, Farm. Oh, this replay is pretty short. Oh well. I feel like I'm not skipping anything, so it's fine for me to go at this speed. Good split push here. Good not defending here. Like, you don't want to... Good split push here. Very, very nice. So, okay. I'll highlight this part. So, your team got this tower, and their team got this tower. But you only needed 2 heroes to do this. And they needed 4 heroes to do this. So that's huge use of time. That's a big efficiency play. That was very game-winning. Now that they're at high ground, you should be defending this. High ground's very easy to defend. All you need is your team to just one-shot this tombstone as soon as it goes down. And then the rest of the team fight is pretty much won straight off that. Anyway, so let's keep going. So, very good, you got the tombstone. They can't push anymore. You pick off Necro in the backline. I was about to say, you can charge in at any time and just go through them. I mean, you got Ice Walled Sky ulti. That's unlucky by you. I mean, whatever, right? Your Bloodseeker should be doing a lot here. Like, the track kills are incredible. Your Bloodseeker just, like, gimps everybody. Everyone is low health, so your Bloodseeker does so much damage. You should be faster than this. That's odd. Alright, so you win the high ground fight because you took the tombstone out, and then you run through them. Like, you pick off Necro with the charge, very strong. You're the only one who died. Of course you don't want to die, but, I mean, you died for a... don't all chat. You died for your team to get the team wipe, so that's very good. Plus track kills, right? You got a good Shadow Blade. Now, I don't think you should be farming here. I think you should give this farm to someone else. You want to hide your Shadow Blade so that you can charge Shadow Blade the first, like the Spectre. Oh no, Spectre's tanky, sorry. Like a Invoker, like one of these three heroes. You could charge Shadow Blade and then ulti them and hit them to death with an Urn charge on. You're in a pretty good spot. Your team is in a really good spot right now. You just want to like smoke out and kill the Spectre while he's farming. And I mean, you don't even have to smoke. You just need the bounty hunter to track them, like repeatedly. This is really good. Nice job. You didn't even need a smoke. Like, I guess this guy Shadowblade didn't, or he didn't have Shadowblade. I'm not sure how he got there without being seen. Oh, the enemy team has no wards up. Like, this is Radiant Vision right now. So yeah. They take the opportunity to split push top. That's fine. This is a bad dive. This is not a good dive. Yeah, this is a really, really bad dive. Like, I knew even before anything happened, this was a bad dive. And I will go back to show you why I know that. So.
Just try and find me.
Okay. So you've just watched that through that again, right? Basically, the reason why this is a bad dive is because you're under their tier 3s and you didn't pick someone off, like, within 2 seconds. Like, as soon as you're under tier 3s, the enemy team will react. They'll TP in, they'll ulti, they'll use all their spells. It's very easy for them to use them on their spells because your whole team is in this box here. Your whole team was in this box at some point. And that makes it super easy for the enemy to use their spells on you because they know exactly where you are. They can hit all of you with like one, like all their spells will hit all of you kind of thing. They will get all the value out of the spells. Like he got double Deafening Blast there and stuff like that. Yeah, you have to be careful. You don't dive like that. Unless you're like killing a very high priority target, for example, Invoker or Spectre, and you're doing it very quickly. Spectre, you can't one-shot this game. Like, this guy will be really tanky this game because he has Vanguard and he's a Spectre, like, after 20 minutes, so he's harder to kill. Of course, if he's 1v5, like, in the middle of the river, like, you're gonna kill him, but you have to be careful in general. Just be wary. Your lead just dropped by a ton, yeah? Like, you lost half your lead, basically. Yeah? Alright, so it looks like their team is positioning for Roche. They're just dewarding, very good by them. Don't Roche immediately after you deward, in general, because the enemy team will know you're doing it. Good blood right there. I'll slow it down. I keep hitting the hotkey to slow it down, but it's not doing it until like after the fight's over. Alright, good BKB there. He should be getting his Rupture onto Invoker as soon as he can. I don't think you need to Rupture the Necro here. Necros are really weak in this. Holy crap, he didn't kill him? I mean, that was Tombstone, right? Very, very strong Tombstone. Did Christopher blink up there? Or oh, force up there? That is unlucky as hell. You need to focus down Tombstone in fights. You need to find the Tombstone and focus it down. You need to get Rupture onto Invoker early, and you need to aim down the Invoker and the Skyrath before anything happens. Like, you either want to take out Tombstone and take out Undying, or you want to take out Invoker and Skyrath as fast as you can. Now you just gave away a free Roche because you guys lost the team fight. I mean... He's not taking? No one's taking? Okay, that's weird. Alright, he could have dispelled the silence with Eels at any time, by the way. Yeah, unlucky fight. I think Bloodseeker was there marginally before his team, though, so that's owing to that. This is a... He's not gonna die? Yeah, he's gonna get punished, right? Like, Necro could have ultied that. Necro ulti affects people with BKB, it just doesn't do damage. So you should have ulted that so that the Bloodseeker respawns in like 70 seconds, so that they can easily Rax here, especially with the Aegis on the Invoker. So they lost Skyrath. Where is the Spectre? I mean, he can ult in. Oh wait, he was here.
Dire's middle
Okay, where's Undying?
structures
Undying's walking up.
fortified.
That's fine. This Bloodseeker should still be gone, and they should. Whoa! You got the going? Okay, let's see what happens. So they're hitting Rax exactly like they should. Necro should be careful. He should nuke guy's wave and stand like here. Firstly, they have a sentry here. Second thing is that this hero is not tanky. This hero is really weak. You get the bash. You get the rock in. Very nice. The Earth Spirit Storm was amazing there. You don't pick off the Aegis. You do get the Spectre here though, right? Yeah. You get the Spectre, that's good. Bloodseeker respawn during the fight because they like the Radiant team took this fight too long. They need to be careful here. This Invoker should be able to kill both these heroes though, as well as the Bloodseeker shouldn't be able to do much. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is just the Aegis advantage, right? Like, you got the Necro, which is good, but you didn't kill him fast enough, and because it gave them so much time to set up.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
All right. Yep. So your Valiant is dead. Your team is low. They just hit Rax.
Tower is under attack.
You get Sky ulted a lot. I mean, you're the first person in, so it's easy for him to ulti you. But
Dire's
in general, you should be able to like Shadow Blade around and stuff like that. Because Sky ulti doesn't hit you if you're invis, so keep that in mind. Wait, does it hit you if you're invis? I'm fairly sure it doesn't. At least you can't damage amp you and stuff like that. Of course they have the sentry, but yeah, you know.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Try to aim Skyoth more in fights as well. Like, he's at the back and stuff like that, but well, that was a nice Stomp Silence, but it didn't do enough, I think. No. Spectre Wave. He's not going Radiance. Wow.
Barracks has fallen.
I mean, I saw the Diffuser, but I thought he would go Radiance after that. That's I don't like this build at all on Spectre. Radiance is so important because Spectre is always going to be alive the longest in fights. So your Radiance actually does like 5,000 damage or something ridiculous over the course of the entire fight. This build is fine, especially this early. Like, he's very farmed, but
Dire's
yeah, I don't know.
is under attack.
I still prefer Radiance at this point. I mean, he can go back for it now because he's so strong. Like, this is a snowball. You guys lost 4 fights in a row in front of your face. This is gonna happen. They can just snowball out of control at this point.
Dire's top tower has
Yeah, and a double racks this early without, like, they double raxed, which is incredibly hard to win. Plus they have no, you have no tower here, so they can always just pressure out this lane. That's really unlucky by you guys. Okay, well that's just the
under attack.
story. You need to aim your targets better as your Spirit Breaker. You got good pickoffs onto Necro and stuff, but when you're snowballing, you have to be very careful about your pickoffs. You can't get picked off. You shouldn't be going Sage here. Actually no. Silver Edge is okay here because it takes off Spectre Dispersion. I'm fairly sure. So you can like it breaks Spectre Spectre Dispersion. So that's actually not that bad. But in general, I think after your what do you call it? Your Shadow Blade, you want to get a Blade Mail. Blade Mail is really good against the enemy team. Blade Mail, like, the enemy team is bad at controlling their damage, yeah? So it's good against Invoker because you can get AoE'd by Invoker spells and you can kill him with Blade Mail. And obviously the Skyrath, who's been owning you this game. You can, Blade Mail and kill the Skyrath that way. If you're not gonna, like, one-shot him. That's a bad time to hit with Silver Edge. When you Shadow Blade and hit people, you have to make sure they're in open areas so they can't juke you. Like, that's very important. Rupture there on the Tombstone, that's not going to do anything. Earth Spirit, like, this hero is just not useful enough in this game. Like, of course he's doing a lot in this game specifically, but he's not useful enough, like, in general. I think if this Earth Spirit was like a Gyro, you'd be doing much better. No. I mean, okay, at this point, there's not much you can do. The reason why, like, no matter how you play this, you're probably gonna lose. Because the enemy team just has way more gold than you. The Spectre is almost unkillable at this point.
Are under attack.
It does so much damage. What's this, like, Crimson Guard? Like,
Has fallen.
it doesn't matter what he buys. Like, their team is just incredibly strong, and now they got Megas, and your team cannot defend against Megas. Like, Gyro and Medusa can do okay, but that's about it.
Radiant now have mega creeps.
Well-gotten gains.
I mean, Radiant team can do whatever they want. They have Megas now, so I'm just gonna fast forward through this, go to the end screen, and then talk about the game again. This game, it looks like I fast forward through this whole game, but it's because it's very obvious what's happened this entire game. So I didn't need to like waste time. I literally don't think I've missed anything. Like I missed like part of one team fight, and that was it. They got Megas, they just end, yada yada yada. Stone explodes, and the what do you call it? Scoreboard will show up soon. Okay, pause it right there. So, okay, so, recap. Your Spirit Breaker was really good off lane. You took advantage of the Skywrath's stupid build of no regen, and you were able to pick him off with your Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter Spirit Breaker is actually a really strong off lane. Like, people don't realize, because it's like, oh, it's double melee, like, what? That's weird, and you don't have, like, nukes to control the lane and stuff. But Bounty Hunter Spirit Breaker is really strong. Usually the Bounty Hunter leaves lane a lot more, but in general, that's a pretty decent off lane. You took really good advantage. You killed the Skywrath, you killed the Spectre. But what happened after that is you just left the lane. Like, I don't want to risk going back and then, like, screwing things up. But you left the lane, like, right after you took control of it. You don't do that. Like, that's kind of like buying, like, a new, like a new computer and then just leave it in the box or something. You bought something new, you leave it in the box. You took control of the lane and you just left it. You gave it back. You don't do that. You could have limited the Spectre. Like, you could have completely shut out the Spectre from this game if you just took control of the lane, like exactly what you did, and then just stay there. Like, the Bounty Hunter can leave, but you had treads, the Spectre had like a clause of attack. He didn't even have boots. Like, no regen, no boots, yeah? You can just farm that lane until you get level 6, and you didn't have to charge mid. Like, your mid would have been completely fine. Like, the Bounty Hunter could have helped mid, right? Like, either one of you could have left the lane, pressured the lane. I think you're better at pressuring the lane, so the Bounty Hunter should have left, yeah? In general, you take control of the lane, you push out the Spectre, you destroy their safe lane. The Undying was going around taking towers and stuff like that. When that happens, you just want your team to split push, and you should just farm. Just farm. Like, the enemy is using 5 heroes to take a tower, your team can use 2 heroes to take a tower. Stuff like that. You need to, like, identify where the enemy is and how to deal with it. Like, both of their 5-man pushes mid, and bot, you died at both of them when you were super high net worth. You were like really high net worth early in the game because you picked up the Spectre and the Skywrath. But then because you died, the enemy got that gold back and they took advantage of their early game with Undying. Undying's build was very strong this game. He skipped mech, which I don't like, but I mean, whatever, it's fine. Like, he took the pipe so that he could high ground, and of course Metavids is very good. Vlad's is very good for pushing, and Shiva's was an excellent item, even though this team has 3 at this point. I mean, only one of you needs it, kind of thing. Skywrath should have probably got like a 4 staff or something like that. But in general, I'll focus back onto the Spirit Breaker. Blade Mail after your Lothar is very good. Silver Edge was a good item this game, but I don't think you get it early. You get the Silver Edge a bit later when Dispersion from Spectre and like Necro's passives matter a bit more. In general, yeah, Lothar's earn Lothar. Did you sell your earn? Oh. Earn Lothar's Blade Mail is a really good build. Earn Lothar's BKB is also good if you're snowballing. Silver Edge is also good if you're snowballing really hard, but you stop snowballing. Like, you have the most deaths on your team because, I mean, you're first in, but also you're not taking advantage of your health in the team fight. Like, you get picked off at the start of every team fight. You use your spells and you get picked off. That's not what your job is. That's your job if you're like a support or something like that. But your job should be to necessitate their attention while controlling someone. For example, with your charge and then your ulti and then your like bashes like every 6 attacks or whatever. So that's your Spirit Breaker replay. I feel like I zoomed past it. Like, it wasn't because it was a very short game, and I like went through at like 2x speed for most of it. The reason why is because this game was very clear. It was very obvious what you should do, what your mistakes were, and how you should have played it, how you could have won this game. This game could have been won very easily. Not very easily, but I mean, you would have had a lot better chance, like a lot better chance if you did all of those things that I listed. So that is Canterbury's Spirit Breaker.